Welcome to exam focus tutorial. Your success is our priority. Please do subscribe. Okay, welcome to exam focus tutorial where we bring in all educational material with simplicity and clarity. We break it down to your level. So today we'll be looking at geometric progression involving simultaneous linear equation. Geometric progression involving simultaneous linear equation. We'll just take a sample here. How do you address geometric progression that involves simultaneous linear equation where you are given pairs of equations to address at a given time, probably given first term and common ratio to look into? So how do you address it? We're going to be taking different example. So this is question number 1. We are going to take the example on question number 1 we'll solve, and we'll take question 2 we'll also solve. Let's look at question number 1. Question number 1 says, given that the first and fourth term of a geometric progression is 54 and 2 respectively, find A, common ratio, B, third term, and C, sixth term. So how do we get started? Let's go. Solution. First, we form equation for each of these. Remember that our geometric progression first term for our geometric progression is given as A. Remember that the formula for geometric progression, the formula is A R n minus 1, where A is first term, R is common ratio, and n is number of term. So let's take note. These are basic formula for our geometric progression. So with this now, we are asked to look for first term. How do you get first term? First term simply means AR, your number of term is 1, which is first, minus 1. Remember, the 1 here in our formula is the constant. The 1 in our formula is the constant. So first term minus 1, this will at the end of the day give us AR 0. Are we there? Because 1 minus 1 is 0. And so remember that anything raised to the power of 0 is 1. So this will give us A1 rather. Anything raised to the power of 0 is 1, which A times 1 is equals A. Therefore, first term of GP is equals A. So now remember, this I'm doing is like an introduction to our teaching. We have not solve the equation yet. We are just to remind us of our formula. So remember, first term is given. So we are told that in the equation, take note, given that the first term A of a geometric progression is 54, we call this equation 1. Take note, that is equation 1. Then we're told that the fourth term, remember we said, so fourth term is going to be AR. Remember, if we put 3 here, 3 minus 1 will give us, 4 minus 1 will give us 3. So it will be A3 is equals 2. This is equation 2. Some person might be wondering, how did we get this? Remember, take note that fourth term, please take note, fourth term is AR4 minus 1. Remember, this 4 here represents a number of 10. So which is going to give you AR4 minus 1 is 3. That's how we got fourth term. Okay, it's equal to 2. So we give us equals 2. As we take a look at it, take note. The first term of a geometric progression is 54. And the fourth term is 2. we are asked to find common ratio. So what do you do when you have stated your equation 1 and 2? The next step is divide equation 2 by equation 1. Divide equation 2. Equation 2 is AR3 equals 2 by equation 1. So we are dividing by equation 1, A over 54. A we eliminate A, we have R raised to the power of 3 is equals to 2 here is 1, 2 here is 21 over 27. So take note, this is the same thing as R is equals to the cube root of 1 over 27, which simply R is going to give us, remember the cube root of 1 over 27 is simply saying is the same thing as saying 27 raised to the power of minus 1. Okay, so at the end of it, that will give us 1 over 3. So the cube root of 1 over 27 is 1 over 3. You might be wondering, how did we get 1 over 3? Do you know that this is simply the same thing? Cube root of 1 over 27 is the same as cube of 1 over cube root of 27. Now, cube root of 1 is still 1. And cube root of 27 is those three numbers that can multiply itself to give you 27. And this is the same thing by law of indices. This is cube root of 27 is the same thing as 27 raised to the power of 1 over 3, which if you turn to index form, this will give you 3 raised to power 3 times 1 over 3, which 3 we cancel 3, we have 3 raised to power of 1, which is 3. So cube root of 27 is 3. So that's how we got 1 over 3, because you might be wondering, how is cube root of 1 over 27 1 over 3? I just did a practical work to show you. So this is our common ratio. Since we have gotten our common ratio, we are asked to look for the third term. Our common ratio is 1 over 3. Please take note. And we are asked to look for what? The third term. We're going to look for third term now. So please, I would like you to be careful as we look at the third term. So remember, we want to look at the third term now. So remember, our formula for third term is AR. I told you 3 minus 1, which is what? 2. Is our formula for third term, which at the end of the day, we have gotten our first term already, which we said our first term is 54 from the equation. If you look carefully at the equation, you see that the first term is 54. So what we just do, we input or we replace or substitute. So let's substitute. So this is 54. This is 54. Then this is 54. 5, 4, 54. And remember, our ratio, common ratio is 1 over 3. We already know, to the power of 2. This at the end of the day will give us 54. 1 over 3 raised to the power of 2 will simply give us 1 over root of 1 over root of 2. That's what it simply means. This will now give us 54. Root 1 is 1 and root 3 is 9. This at the end of the day will give us 54 all over 9. So 54 divided by 9. Quickly, 9 into 54 is the same thing as 6. It's the same thing as what? 6. 9 and 6 is 54. So that is 6 as our answer. So we have answered question A. So this, take note, this is question B, which is third term. Then for question C, take note, question C says system. So system is simply AR 6 minus 1, which is the same as AR what? 5. So this will now give us, first term is 54 already. Our common ratio is 1 over 3 raised to the power of 5. Quickly, this will give us 54. I said this is the same as 1 raised to the power of 5 over 3 raised to the power of 5. This will give us 54 times 1 over 3 raised to the power of 5 simply means 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3, which is 3 here is 9, 3 here is 9. 9 times 9 is 81. 81 times that is this 3 will give us this 9. This 3 will give us this 9. Then we have 9 times 9 is 81 times 3. So you say 81 times 3 quickly. I'm just trying to show us a practical work. Times 1 is 3. 3 times 8 is 24, which will give you 243. It gives you what? 243. Therefore, 54 over 243. This will give us, quickly, you can check of values that can easily break this thing down. 9 can actually work. Yes, 9 can actually work. How many times can 9 go into this? 9 here will give us 6. 9 to 24 will give us 2 into, that is 9 to 20 into 24 will give us, remember that 9 times 2 times 9 is 18. That is going to give us 2. Remainder, what value? What do you have? Remainder 6 into 63. 9 into 63, you should know the value. What is 9 into 63? 9 into 63 is a small value. It's a normal mathematics, you know already. 9 to 63 will give us 7. So we have into 63 is what? 7. So we have 6 over 27. We can still break down. 3 here is 2. 3 here is 3. At the end of the day, we have 2 over 3. So that is to say, is 2 over 3. That is our system. Thank you. 6 over 3 is our system. If you look carefully, you discover. So look at it. So that's it on that. So look at it carefully from beginning. The solving again. Just look at it carefully, and we move from there. Just look at it carefully. Okay, now we're going to go into example 2. We have looked at example 1, still on the same topic, geometric progression involving simultaneous linear equation. So if you look carefully, this is question number 2. The question number 2 says, if the 5th and 8th term of a GP is 48 and 384 respectively, find common ratio, first term, then 6th term. So how do we get started? Please, if this is your first time of tuning to this channel, try to subscribe so that you get updated with future upload. And then follow us on Facebook, click and like, comment, and then we'll be dropping some questions for you to also practice. Remember, this is exam focused tutorial where we simplify and make all educational material clear for your learning. So please try to subscribe. Thank you. So let's look at quickly example 2. We have taken example 1. Look at it. Following the same approach, solution. We quickly say that if the 5th term is AR4, we have explained this before, equals 5th term is 48. Is 48. We are taking it according to the equation, and the 8th term and the 8th term is AR7 is 384. What then is the next approach? We say divide equation 2 by equation 1. How do you divide equation 2 by equation 1? It's very simple. Like we said, it's as simple as you can think about it. How do you divide equation 1 by equation 2? Divide equation 1 by equation 2 rather by equation 1. divide equation 2 by equation 1. So take note, equation 2 is AR7 384 divided by equation 1, which is AR4, then equals 48. We eliminate A, we have R raised to the power of 7 over R raised to the power of 4 is equals to 4 into 384. 48 into 384 will give us 8. Therefore, by law of indices, recall that by law of indices, that A raised to the power of S over A raised to the power of Y will give us, you pick one of the base, which is AS minus Y. You pick one of the base, then subtract the powers, which are also known as the index or exponent. So the same thing happens here. So we'll pick one of the base, which is R, and then we'll subtract the powers, which is 7 minus 4 is equals 8. So this will give us R 7 minus 4 will give us 3 is equals to 8. This is already cube of R. Cube of R, remember now, cube of R, remember we're looking for R. So R will need to be alone. So whenever this cube crosses equal sign, it becomes cube root. Whenever cube crosses equal sign, it becomes cube root. We have cube root of 8. And the cube root of 8 is 2. I know some person might be saying, how do they practically get cube root of any given value without calculator? Simply, cube root of 8 is the same thing as saying, let me show you the practical work here. Cube root of 8 is the same thing as 8 raised to the power of 1 over 3. This cube root here represents this. So what do? Simply, you say that you turn 8 to index form, which is 2 raised to the power of 3 times 1 over 3, which this 3 will cancel this 3, will now have 2 as our answer. Or alternatively, you can say cube root of 8 is the same thing as cube root. You turn 8 to the index form, which is going to give you 2 raised to the power of 3. This will eliminate this, will now have 2 left. So any of the approach can give you this how to work on cube root without calculator. I hope you have learned something new today. So please try to subscribe, and I'm going to drop a question for you so that you can practice on your own. Okay, so these are the exercise question. We've just finished taking example 1 and example 2. I want you to practice this exercise. We have 2 questions here. So practice it and leave your answer in the comment section. Please drop your answer in the comment section. Everyone will comment on it. Possibly I will also look into it practically when we come to the next class. We'll just do a correction on it. So please just work on it and drop your answer in the comment section. There are 2 questions there. Number 1 says, given that the third and fifth term of a geometric progression is 27 and 243 respectively, find common ratio, first term, fourth term. And question number 2 states that the second and fifth term of a GP is minus 12 and minus 48 respectively. Find common ratio, first term, and what? Seventh term. So see you on the comment section. Let me see your answer and know if you are catching up with us. Please remember, do try to subscribe, follow us on Facebook, and comment. Thank you. Thank you for joining exam focus tutorial. Please do remember to subscribe and take note. We'll be looking at other topics in our next class. Please, if you have anyone with a mathematics phobia, try to link them up, share this video with them, connect them to this channel so that they learn. In fact, we'll be teaching you how to solve questions without calculator. So please try to subscribe. We are still on Facebook. Follow us on Facebook, the same exam focus tutorial on Facebook. Thank you.